Welcome to the reality revolution. This is the divine timing activation. If you're tired of waiting for your manifestations and wondering if you're doing something wrong, this is exactly what you need to hear. By the end of this activation, you will feel a shift from anxious waiting to magnetic alignment, because I'm about to show you why your timing anxiety is actually your inner wisdom trying to communicate something crucial. I know you've been checking your bank account, wondering when that financial breakthrough is going to show up. I know you've been looking at your phone, hoping for that call, that text, that email that changes everything. I know you've been questioning if you're manifesting wrong because it's taking so long. Wondering if maybe you're just not good at this. Maybe you're missing some secret piece that everyone else seems to have. What if I told you that every moment of waiting has been preparing you for something extraordinary? What if those delays aren't delays at all, but actually divine orchestration working behind the scenes in ways you can't even see yet? In my years of studying manifestation and working with thousands of people across the globe, I've discovered something fascinating. The people who master divine timing, and I mean really master it, they don't just get what they want, they get something far better. They get opportunities that blow their original vision out of the water. They get synchronicities that seem almost magical. They get results that make them look back and say, oh my God, if it had happened when I wanted it to, I would have missed out on this incredible path. And today you're going to become one of those people, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just another technique. This is about fundamentally shifting your relationship with time itself. This is about understanding that your impatience, that feeling you've been fighting against, is actually your inner guidance system trying to tell you something profound about how close you really are. So wherever you are right now, whether you're walking, getting ready for your day, or just taking a moment for yourself, I want you to allow yourself to receive this, because the next minutes are going to change how you experience manifestation forever. Here's what nobody tells you about manifestation timing, and this is going to shift everything for you. The universe doesn't work on your schedule. It works on a schedule that benefits you in ways you can't even imagine yet. And I'm going to prove this to you. I had a client who was desperate to land their dream job at a tech startup. She had been manifesting for months, visualizing, affirming, doing everything right. The interview process dragged on for weeks. Then weeks turned into months, and she was checking her email, obsessively calling me, frustrated, convinced she was doing something wrong. Finally, they told her they went with someone else. She was devastated. She thought she was being rejected, that the universe was working against her. But here's what she didn't know. The company she desperately wanted to work for, they were about to go through massive layoffs. The person who got her job laid off 6 months later. But during those months, she was waiting, feeling rejected. The universe was orchestrating something incredible. A former colleague reached out to her with an opportunity at a company that wasn't even on her radar. Not only did she get the position, but it came with double the salary she was hoping for. Equity that's now worth more than she made in 3 years at her previous job. And get this, they let her work remotely from anywhere in the world. She's now living her dream life in Bali, running a team of 12 people, making more money than she ever imagined possible. She told me, Brian, if I had gotten that first job when I wanted it, I would have missed out on the life I'm living now. The universe wasn't rejecting me, it was positioning me for something incredible. And this brings me to something profound that most people completely miss. Your impatience isn't a character flaw. It's actually evidence that your manifestation is so close, your energy field is starting to vibrate with it. You only get impatient about things you know are coming. When you're watching a movie, do you get impatient during the setup scenes? No, because you know the climax is coming. When you're truly hopeless about something, you don't feel impatient, you feel resigned, you feel nothing. But that restless energy, that when is this going to happen feeling, That's your soul recognizing that your manifestation is already in motion. It's like being pregnant. In the early months, you might not show, but everything is developing exactly as it should. You don't get impatient with the pregnancy at 3 months because the baby isn't walking yet. You trust the process. You know there's perfect timing involved. Your manifestations work the same way. The impatience you're feeling, it's actually your energetic field starting to match the frequency of what's coming. It's your future self reaching back through time, letting you know that everything is aligning. The most successful manifestors I know have all learned this one secret. They've learned to read their impatience as a GPS signal that they're on the right track, not evidence that they're off course. They've learned that divine timing isn't about waiting. It's about preparation, alignment, and orchestration happening behind the scenes. And once you get this, everything changes. Instead of fighting the timing, you start working with it. Instead of seeing delays as rejection, you start seeing them as divine protection and preparation. Instead of trying to force the river, you learn to flow with it. And that's when manifestations start coming faster and more abundantly than you ever thought possible. Because the universe isn't slow. The universe is precise. Now I want you to imagine something with me. Picture yourself standing in front of a symphony orchestra with 100 musicians. You're holding the conductor's baton and you have this beautiful, complex piece of music you want to bring to life. You can't just walk up there, point to the violin section and say, "Start playing," and expect beautiful music to emerge. The flutist needs to warm up her instrument. The timpani player has to adjust the tension on his drums. The pianist needs to make sure her bench is exactly the right height. Every single musician has to tune their instrument, not just to their own standard, but to harmonize with everyone else around them. And it's not just the musician, the acoustics of the concert hall have to be perfect. The lighting needs to be adjusted so everyone can read their sheet music. The audience needs to be seated and quiet. Even the temperature matters because it affects how the instruments sound. Your manifestation is like that symphony. There are elements you can't even see that have to align before the music can begin. The divine intelligence orchestrating your life is like that master conductor who sees the whole picture, who knows exactly when every element will be ready to create something magnificent. But here's where it gets even more incredible. Scientists now know that everything in the universe is connected through what they call quantum entanglement. Particles that have never been in the same space can instantly affect each other across vast distances. What this means is that your manifestation isn't just about you. It's about every person, every circumstance, every opportunity that has to align to create the perfect conditions for what you're calling in. Think about the story I just shared. Her manifestation required her former colleague to be in exactly the right position at the right company. It required that company to be expanding internationally at precisely the moment she became available. It required the first company to make their decision when they did, so she'd be free for the better opportunity. It required market conditions, economic factors, even global events to align in a way that created the perfect storm of opportunity. The divine intelligence was orchestrating not just her highest good, but the highest good of everyone involved. Her new team who needed her specific skills, her former colleague who got a referral bonus, even the person who got the first job who was actually better suited for a different role within that company. This is what's happening in your life right now. Right now, as you're listening to this, that divine intelligence is working on your behalf. It's moving people into position. It's creating opportunities you don't even know about yet. It's clearing obstacles you haven't even encountered. It's aligning circumstances in ways that would make your head spin if you could see the complexity of it all. That person who's going to offer you the opportunity you've been waiting for, they're being prepared right now. Maybe they're in a meeting today that will put your name on their mind next week. Maybe they're experiencing something that will make them value exactly what you bring to the table. Maybe they're moving through their own timing to be ready to say yes when the moment is perfect. that financial breakthrough you've been manifesting. The market conditions, the economic factors, the technological advances, the regulatory changes, they're all shifting into alignment right now. What looks like delay from your perspective is actually cosmic choreography from the universe's perspective. And every day you wait is actually a day the universe is working for you, not against you. Every day is fine-tuning the symphony, adjusting the acoustics, making sure every musician is perfectly tuned so that when your moment comes, it's not just good, it's extraordinary. Some of you are already feeling the shift, aren't you? Something in your chest is relaxing as you hear this truth. That tight, anxious energy you've been carrying about your timing is starting to dissolve because you're remembering something your soul already knows. You are not alone in this process. You're not pushing a boulder up a mountain by yourself. You're part of an intelligent, benevolent universe that is conspiring in your favor every single moment of every single day. And the same intelligence that grows your hair and beats your heart and spins the planets in their orbits is orchestrating the perfect timing for your dreams to unfold. The question isn't whether it's going to happen. The question is, are you going to fight the conductor or are you going to trust the symphony? Now I want you to imagine stepping into an elevator that travels through dimensions of time. This isn't just any elevator, this is the divine timing elevator. And as you step inside, you notice the buttons aren't numbered with regular floors. Instead, they're labeled with different versions of your timeline. Different possibilities of who you become when you master this art of divine timing. As the doors close behind you, you feel this incredible sense of peace washing over you. It's like every cell in your body is exhaling tension you didn't even know you were holding. The elevator begins to move, but it's not moving up or down. It's moving through the dimensions of possibility, through the quantum field of all potential timelines. Floor 1, the doors open, and you see the version of you who trusts completely. Look at them. Notice how relaxed their shoulders are, how confident their smile is. There's something different about that energy. They're not checking the time, not worried about when anything is going to happen. They're fully present and magnetic. People are drawn to them because they emanate this deep sense of knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly. This version of you moves through the world with grace. When plans change, they adapt effortlessly. When things take longer than expected, they smile knowingly because they understand that divine timing is always working in their favor. Watch how they interact with the others. There's no urgency, there's no desperation, just pure magnetic presence. The doors close and you move to floor 5. Here you see the version of you who received their first major manifestation through divine timing. Look at their face. See how grateful they are. How they know with every fiber of their being that the timing was absolutely perfect. They're telling someone the story of how it all unfolded, and they keep saying, if it had happened any sooner, I would have been ready. If it had happened any later, I would have missed the other opportunities that came from it. This version of you has learned to see the perfection in what once looked like delay. The understanding that every moment of waiting was actually preparation, alignment, orchestration. They have become living proof that divine timing is real and that it works in ways more beautiful than the human mind can imagine. The elevator moves again, floor 10. The doors open and you see the version of you who becomes the master of divine timing. They're laughing, not because something is funny, but because they can see the perfection in everything. The cosmic joke of how worried they used to get about timing when they couldn't see the bigger picture. They turn to you with eyes sparkling with wisdom and say, every delay was actually divine protection. Every no was redirecting you to a bigger yes. Every moment you thought you were behind was actually perfectly on time. This version of you has become someone others come to for guidance, about patience and trust. They've learned to read the signs, to feel the flow, to know when to take action and when to allow. They live in a constant state of synchronicity because they have aligned their personal will with divine will. Take a moment to really connect with each of these versions of yourself. What would change in your life if you trusted timing completely, like the version on floor 1? How would you feel in your body if you knew with certainty that everything was unfolding perfectly? Can you feel that relaxation in your shoulders, that ease in your breathing? What would you stop doing if you trusted the process entirely? Would you stop checking your phone obsessively? Would you stop forcing conversations that feel strained? Would you stop trying to control outcomes and start enjoying the journey? What energy would you free up if you weren't constantly worried about when things were going to happen? And what would you start doing if you felt completely supported by the universe? Would you take more risks knowing you're divinely protected? Would you speak up more confidently knowing your voice matters at exactly the right moment? Would you rest more deeply knowing that even your rest is productive in the grand scheme of your manifestation? Feel that trust settling into your cells right now. Your nervous system is remembering its natural state of flow. Before you learned to worry about timing, before you learned to doubt the process, you knew how to trust. You knew how to be in harmony with the rhythm of life. This is who you really are. Someone who moves in harmony with divine timing. Someone who trusts the intelligence that orchestrates the seasons, that knows when each flower should bloom, that governs the rides and the cycles of the moon. You are part of the same intelligence, and it's time to remember that your life is unfolding with the same precision and perfection. As you stand in this elevator, feeling this truth in your body, something fundamental is shifting. The part of you that fights timing is dissolving. The part of you that trusts timing is awakening. And this awakening isn't something you have to work at or maintain. It's who you are returning to be. Take one more moment to feel this fully. This isn't just a concept you're understanding. This is a frequency you're embodying. This is your new baseline. This is how you move through the world from now on. The elevator doors are opening back to your current reality. But you're not the same person who stepped in. You're carrying this trust with you. You're carrying this knowing with you. You're carrying this deep cellular understanding that divine timing is not just real, it's the very foundation of how your miraculous life unfolds. Now say these affirmations with me to align yourself and shift into a reality in which everything happens with divine timing. Say this with me. I trust the perfect timing of my manifestations. Every moment of waiting is divine preparation working in my favor. My impatience is evidence that my manifestation is vibrationally close. I am aligned with the intelligence that orchestrates the universe. Divine timing is always working for my highest good. I flow with the rhythm of universal intelligence. My manifestations arrive at the perfect moment for maximum benefit. I am someone who moves in harmony with divine timing. I naturally trust the unfolding of my highest timeline. My nervous system is calibrated to divine flow. I embody magnetic alignment with perfect timing. I am a master of divine timing and sacred patience. Every cell in my body knows everything is unfolding perfectly. I am living proof that divine timing creates miracles. Every delay is divine protection guiding me to something better. What looks like no is actually redirection to a bigger yes. I see the perfection in timing that once seemed frustrating. My waiting periods are powerful preparation phases. The universe's timing is always more precise than my own. Every moment is exactly on time in my divine timeline. Delays are actually divine orchestration, positioning me perfectly. My manifestations are coordinating behind the scenes right now. People and opportunities are aligning for my highest good today. The universe is moving resources into position for me. My dreams are manifesting in divine order and perfect timing. Everything I need is being arranged at the quantum level. My manifestations flow to me with effortless divine timing. I attract opportunities that arrive at exactly the right moment. I vibrate at the frequency of trust and divine timing. My energy field is magnetic to perfectly timed opportunities. I radiate patience, knowing, and confident expectation. My frequency attracts synchronicities and perfect timing. I am a magnet for divinely timed manifestations. My energy flows in harmony with cosmic timing. I emit the frequency of someone who trusts completely. I release the need to control when my manifestations arrive. I surrender my timeline to divine intelligence. I flow with universal timing rather than fighting it. I allow divine intelligence to orchestrate my perfect life. I trust the conductor of my life's symphony. I let go of forcing and embracing divine flow. My personal will aligns perfectly with divine will. I am fully present and peaceful in this moment of preparation. Right now is exactly where I need to be on my timeline. I find joy in the journey while trusting the destination. This moment contains everything I need for my next step. I'm at peace with the current timing of my life. My present moment is perfectly aligned with my highest good. I choose presence over impatience in every moment. Divine timing multiplies my manifestations beyond my expectations. Perfect timing brings me opportunities 10 times better than I imagined. I receive more than I asked for through divine timing. My trust in timing opens me to unexpected abundance. Divine timing delivers manifestations that exceed my wildest dreams. The universe's timing always brings greater blessings than I planned. Perfect timing creates avalanches of abundance in my life. When I feel impatient, I remember this is confirmation I'm close. Every time I check the time, I'm reminded to trust divine timing. My daily actions flow in harmony with universal timing. I move through my day knowing everything is perfectly orchestrated. Each moment of my day unfolds in divine order. I start each day trusting the perfect timing of all good things. My entire life flows in the rhythm of divine timing. I am the version of myself who mastered divine timing. Divine timing is my natural state of being. I have graduated into a new level of trust and flow. My timeline has been activated for miraculous manifestations. I am now perfectly aligned with the frequency of perfect timing. Something is shifting in your energy field right now. Can you feel it? As you trust the timing, as you surrender to this divine intelligence we've been talking about, you're actually changing your vibrational frequency. And when you change your frequency, you change what you attract. It's not just philosophy, it's physics. Everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Fear vibrates at one frequency, and desperation vibrates at another. But trust vibrates at the frequency of miracles. And that's exactly what is happening in your energy field right now. I want you to imagine there's a golden thread connecting you to your manifestation. This is you becoming aware of what's always been there. Every moment of trust makes that thread stronger, more magnetic. Every moment you relax into divine timing, you're sending a signal down that thread that says, I'm ready, I'm aligned, I'm in harmony with how this unfolds. But here's what happens when you are impatient. When you're trying to force things, every moment of impatience creates static in the connection. It's like having a phone conversation where the signal keeps cutting out. The universe is trying to deliver, but the frequency is scrambled by your resistance to the timing. But right now, as you relax into divine timing, that thread is becoming stronger. It's becoming a golden rope. And as you sink deeper into this trust, that rope is becoming a golden bridge, a direct pathway for your manifestation to flow to you with ease and grace. And you know what's interesting? The more you trust, the faster things actually come. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it's like the universe was waiting for you to relax so it could deliver. Think about it. When you're trying to force something, you're in a state of lack. You're saying, I don't have this thing and I need it now. When you trust, you're in a state of knowing. You're saying, this is already mine and it's coming at the perfect time. Because forced energy repels, but magnetic energy attracts effortlessly. When you're forcing, you're pushing against the natural flow. But when you're magnetic, you're drawing everything to you by being in alignment with the very forces that created you. Notice how different you feel right now compared to when we started listening to this activation. That tight, anxious energy you came in with, where is it now? That desperate need, that I have to make this happen energy, is transforming into something completely different. That anxious energy is becoming excited anticipation. That desperate need is becoming confident knowing. You are becoming a different person right now. One who works with divine timing instead of against it. One who flows with the current instead of swimming upstream. One who attracts instead of chases. One who magnetizes instead of forces. This shift you're experiencing, this is what I've seen happen in real time with thousands of people. The ones who make this shift, who really get this at a cellular level, they become unstoppable manifestors. Not because they work harder or want it more, but because they no longer fight the current. They flow with it. I had a client who came to me completely burned out from trying to force her business to grow. She was working 14-hour days, pushing, hustling, convinced that if she just tried harder, things would happen faster. She was making decent money, but she was miserable and nothing felt aligned. During one of our sessions, she had the same shift that you're having right now. She realized she'd been swimming against the current of divine timing. She decided to trust. She shortened her work days. She started saying no to opportunities that didn't feel aligned. Even when they offered good money, she began to flow instead of force. Within 3 months, she received an opportunity that tripled her income while cutting her work hours in half. But more than that, she became magnetic. Opportunities started finding her. The right people started showing up at exactly the right time. Her whole life transformed because she learned to work with divine timing instead of against it. This is what's available to you right now. This isn't just about getting your manifestations faster, though that will happen. This is about becoming the kind of person who lives in flow, who moves in harmony with the intelligence of the universe, who trusts so deeply that miracles become normal. Feel that magnetism building in your energy field. Feel how different your vibration is right now. You're not the same person who started listening to this activation. You've shifted into a completely different frequency. The frequency of someone who trusts divine timing completely. And here's what happens at this frequency. Synchronicities start showing up. The right people call at exactly the right moment. Opportunities appear just when you need them. Obstacles dissolve before you even encounter them. Not because you're lucky, but because you're in alignment with the flow of how life actually works. You have stopped being someone who waits for manifestations and started being someone who magnetizes them. You've stopped being someone who worries about timing and started being someone who trusts it completely. This isn't something you're trying to become. This is who you are now. Take a moment to feel this new version of yourself Feel how relaxed you are. Feel how confident you are. Feel how magnetic you are. This isn't temporary. This is your new baseline. This is how you move through the world from now on. The golden bridge between you and your manifestations is stronger than it's ever been, and everything you've been calling in is already on its way, flowing down that bridge at exactly the perfect moment for your highest good. Your subconscious mind is now accepting a new program. The old programming that created anxiety around timing, that made you doubt this process, that you had checking your phone obsessively, that programming is being overwritten right now with something far more powerful. From this moment forward, delays mean divine protection. Your subconscious mind is installing this truth at the deepest level. When something doesn't happen when you expect it to, instead of panic, instead of worry, you'll feel this knowing that you're being protected from something that wasn't quite right, being guided towards something that is perfect. Waiting periods mean preparation and alignment. Your mind is rewiring itself to see waiting not as punishment, but as the universe fine-tuning everything behind the scenes. When you're in a waiting period, you'll automatically understand that this is your time to prepare, to align, to become the person who is already ready to receive what's coming. Unexpected timing means something better is coming. This is being programmed into your cellular memory right now. When things happen differently than you planned, when the timing surprises you, your first thought will be excitement, not disappointment, because you'll know that unexpected timing always brings unexpected blessings. Your default response to timing challenges is now curiosity instead of frustration. This is your new operating system. When faced with delays, when things don't unfold as expected, your mind will automatically shift into curiosity mode. Instead of, why is this taking so long? You'll find yourself asking, what is this timing teaching me? What am I being prepared for? When things don't happen when you expect, you automatically ask, what's the gift in this timing? This question is now hardwired into your response system. It's become your default. Every timing challenge becomes an opportunity to discover hidden gifts, unexpected blessings, divine redirection towards something better. When you feel impatience rising in your body, it becomes your cue to drop deeper into trust. That restless energy, instead of spiraling into anxiety, becomes your reminder to breathe, to center, to remember that your manifestations are already in motion and unfolding perfectly. Impatience becomes your spiritual practice trigger. I want you to see yourself 3 months from now. You're telling someone about this moment, about this activation, and you're saying, that was the turning point. That was when everything changed. You'll see how this shift created a domino effect in every area of your life. Your relationships improved because you stopped trying to force conversations and outcomes. Your career accelerated because you started taking inspired action instead of desperate action. Your finances flourished because you moved from scarcity timing to abundance timing. You'll become known as someone who has always seemed to be in the right place at the right time. People will start asking you about your secret. They'll notice how synchronicities follow you around, how opportunities find you, how everything seems to work out for you. And you'll smile knowingly, because you'll understand it's not luck. It's because you're living in harmony with divine timing. 6 months from now, you'll receive a manifestation that's so perfectly timed, so beautifully orchestrated that it will take your breath away. You'll see how every delay, every unexpected turn in the path was actually leading you to this moment of pure perfection. And you'll be grateful for every moment you trusted when you couldn't see the bigger picture. A year from now, people will come to you for advice about patience and trust. You'll have become living proof that divine timing is real and that it works in ways more magnificent than the human mind can comprehend. Your life will be a testament to the power of alignment, of flow, of working with the intelligence of the universe instead of against it. You are now someone who trusts divine timing. This isn't something that you're working toward. This is who you are right now. You are now someone who attracts perfect opportunities because your energy field is calibrated to divine flow. You are now someone who flows with universal intelligence because you've remembered that you are a part of that intelligence. This is not something you're trying to become. This is who you already are. You're simply remembering. You're returning to your natural state of harmony with the rhythm of life. Before you learn to worry, before you learn to doubt, before you learn to force, you knew how to trust. You knew how to flow. You knew how to be in perfect timing with everything around you. That knowing is fully activated now. It is online. It's your new default programming. Every cell in your body knows this truth. Your nervous system is calibrated to this frequency. Your energy field broadcasts this reality. You are now operating from the frequency of perfect timing. You are now magnetic to divinely orchestrated opportunities. You are now aligned with the intelligence that spins galaxies and grows forests and orchestrates the perfect symphony of your extraordinary life. This reprogramming is complete. The activation is sealed. This new version of you is permanent. Welcome to your new reality. A reality where divine timing isn't something you hope for, but something you live from every single day. As this activation integrates into every cell of your being, every atom, feel the transformation settling into your bones, into your blood, into the very fabric of who you are. Your entire energy system is now calibrated to divine timing. Your breath you take strengthens this new programming. Every heartbeat pulses with the rhythm of perfect timing. Every moment forward, you are operating from this new frequency, the frequency of trust, of flow, of magnetic alignment with divine intelligence. This isn't something you have to remember to do. This is something you have to work at maintaining. This is now your natural state, your default setting, the way you move through the world from this moment on. I want to give you some simple ways to anchor this. For the next 24 hours, every time you check the time, whether it's looking at your phone, glancing at a clock, checking your watch, let it be a reminder to trust divine timing. When you feel impatience rising in your body over the next few days, take it as a signal and pause and ask yourself, how is this timing serving me? What is this delay protecting me from? What is this waiting period preparing me for? You'll be amazed at the insights that come through when you shift from resistance to curiosity. And notice how opportunities start flowing more effortlessly. Pay attention to the synchronicities. Watch how the right people show up at exactly the right moments. Observe how solutions appear just when you need them. This isn't coincidence. This is your new frequency attracting experiences that match your trust in divine timing. I want to hear about your experiences with this activation. Seriously. The comment section below is going to become a powerful field of transformation as people share their breakthroughs and shifts. Drop a comment and let me know what shifted for you during the last 38 minutes. What did you feel? What did you realize? What changed your energy? And if this resonated with you, if you felt this shift, share this with someone who needs to hear about divine timing. Maybe it's a friend who's been frustrated with their manifestations. Maybe it's someone in your family who's been stressed about timing in their life. Your transformation ripples out and helps others transform too. You become a catalyst for other people's awakening to divine timing. This activation will continue working on you even after you finish listening. Tonight, as you sleep, your subconscious mind will keep integrating these new patterns. Tomorrow, as you move through your day, you'll find yourself naturally responding from this new programming. Over the next few weeks, you'll notice layer after layer of the old timing anxiety dissolving, replaced by deeper and deeper levels of trust and flow. Your dreams might even shift. Don't be surprised if you start having dreams about perfect timing, about things working out beautifully, about being in exactly the right place at the right time, in the right moment. Your unconscious mind is now aligned with divine timing, and it will continue to reinforce this new reality through your dream state. And if you want to go even deeper into manifestation mastery, if you want to explore more advanced techniques for working with energy and consciousness, make sure you're subscribed to this channel, because we're just getting started. The divine timing activation is one piece of a much larger puzzle of conscious creation. And I'm sharing more activations, more techniques, more ways to align with the intelligence of the universe every day. But for now, just receive this. Just let this land. Just allow yourself to be someone who trusts divine timing completely. You are now activated for divine timing. This isn't a hope or a wish. This is a declaration of what's already true. You're now magnetic to perfect opportunities. Every door that's meant for you will open at exactly the right moment. You are now flowing with the intelligence of the universe. The same force that moves the planets and changes the seasons is now flowing through your life with precision and grace. And so it is. And so it is. It is done. The activation is complete. The seal is in place. Your new reality has begun. Take a deep breath. Feel the difference. You're not the same person who started listening to this 35 minutes ago. You've been transformed at the cellular level. You've been reprogrammed for divine timing. You've been activated for miracles. Welcome to your new life. Welcome to perfect timing. Welcome to the flow. Welcome to the reality revolution.